I think it's going to be very difficult for him to overcome, especially some of the new talent coming on. I mean, I think that's going to be the biggest challenge for him is he hold off some of these other guys.
Let's touch on Nick Walker for a minute, because I think he's probably the most controversial, or the most popular guy in the lineup. I don't think anything, I've done shows. I just did a show with Milos yesterday and Dennis Wolf, and I think everyone agrees that no one's a bigger freak than Nick Walker. But maybe structurally he does have some challenges. When he gets up against some of these guys that have the Samsons and the Andrews. Is there a scenario where you see everyone at their best and Nick Walker winning the Olympia? Or do other guys have to be off for him to do that?
I think definitely Nick could win this thing. I really see it being a tough position to actually walk in and improve that much from last year to win this contest. I just feel like there's, a few people in front of him that he'd have to get through in order to really and that's a structure thing, Dave. That's not Nick's like one of the most muscled guys. His condition is amazing, but when the width is the shoulder width and the overall dominance in height to weight ratio. I mean, I think he's kind of capped out. Like we said, I think we talk about Hadi, and I mean, does Nick really need to get a lot bigger? It's just more proportions. He just needs to shapely grow the upper body and the lower body and kind of, put that illusion of the waist, right? So I think it's going to be very difficult for him to overcome, especially some of the new talent coming on. I mean, I think that's going to be the biggest challenge for him is he hold off some of these other guys because of detail. Also, I think, deep lines and separation. If I was in Nick's corner, and I think, he has a great team, it's just about detail tie-ins, deeper lines, and obviously, just kind of letting the body mature a little more. And that, he could be a couple of years away from that. He's still a young guy. Just because, he finished fourth and third, I know he wants to move up in position, but I mean, proportions, this guy he does have some crazy, his poses are really strong. I mean, it's hard to find necessarily a weak pose. I mean, maybe, like I said, it's something like the lat spread that's a width or something like that. But, he definitely, as he keeps training, he's going to work more definement in there. And, he can be a front runner in the years to come.
So you think he's still developing pretty much?
Still developing, still young. He's still finding his rhythm. And, I think he can be in that same position, but for him to move up, he's going to have to bring something extra special. And, like I said, we've kind of seen that he's wide open with his progress every single day.